or the Paoli Peaks, all that Joe Biden has done for this state, for this country. We have to be able to get out there and sell that to our neighbors. It is on us. So I ask each and every one of you, tonight we're going to celebrate, but tomorrow morning, what are each of us going to do to make sure that in November, we are victorious? We absolutely can, we absolutely must, and we absolutely will. Thank you so much, Monroe County, for being the classiest Democratic Party in the state of Indiana. Go blue!
Yo, everybody! We do have a full slate of candidates competing for the State House. I want to say, when I was talking to the State House, our State House caucus folks, they told me, and I still believe this is true, that we are the only county in the state that's put up a full slate, 4 candidates going into the State House race. Of course, Matt Pierce is one of those. Matt here. We got Curtis Cummings taking on Bob Heaton again up in Ellisville, and that's really important for his state. And we have 2 of our State House folks here tonight that are going to take the fight, to Peggy Mayfield and to Dave Hall. Michelle Higgs, come on up. Thomas Orange, come on up.
Hi everybody, thank you so much. I actually came down today from going to the polling stations up in Martinsville and in Morgan County, and I cannot stress how beautiful Monroe County is that you have a full slate of candidates. That is not true in other places. So I just want to speak that I got pulled into this because the street that I'm on is part of District 60. But what they didn't know, and I was telling Shelley earlier, they didn't know that they scooped up somebody with 7 years of organizing experience, who has a family from Martinsville. My dad managed the gas station there for over 25 years. And I know that how that city, I tell people, if anything, Martinsville should be the utopia of Republican values. So why is it not that way? Why are people feeling exploited? And I want to press into that. We have a supermajority that has got to get broken up. And I talk about how people feel left out, forgotten, voiceless. And I'm going to be reaching out to all of those people to bring them in, that we offer hope, we offer difference, and also we offer people over corporate power, and that has got to be stressed, and also that women matter. I'm sorry folks, women matter, and they will vote. Thank
you. If you'll forgive me, I'm going to wax a little sentimental tonight. Growing up, one of my dad's favorite movies was 1776, the musical.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
If you haven't seen it, think Hamilton, but way more white,
Yes.
a lot less rap,
Yes.
and Mr. Feeney as a singing John Adams. There's a scene in the movie where Thomas Jefferson has been tasked with creating a declaration that will unify the colonies. And he's experiencing writer's block, trying to find the words that will unify and inspire this divided body of people towards a common goal and a common cause. He eventually finds the inspiration, and a few scenes later, it's read to the floor of the Continental Congress. If you know these words, feel free to say them with me. We hold these truths
We hold these truths
to be self-evident that
all men and women are created equal.
that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Speak on it.
These words have served as a lodestar for our nation for nearly 200 years. But if we're honest, we have to admit that we've never fully lived up to them. We know that when Thomas Jefferson wrote men, he meant men. We know that when the delegates from the South refused to sign unless the enslaved people upon whom the backs of their economy was built, unless they were excluded from the promise, they would not sign.
Right.
We know that throughout history, excuse after excuse has been made to justify the exclusion of people of different races and classes and genders and sexualities. But we also know that throughout history there has been a counter movement comprised of those who refuse to accept the status quo, who have made it their mission to make good the promise to all people, no matter what we look like, where we come from, how much money we make, or who we love. And in this present moment, at least as far as major political parties go, that movement has found its home among the Democrats.
That's true.
Are we perfect?
Yeah.
No. Do we have a lot of room to grow?
Yes.
Do we sometimes disagree about the best way to get there?
Yes.
Clearly. But at the end of the day, I hope that you will remember that we are on the same team and we are fighting for the same things. Because as a party, we believe in the dignity and the worth of all people. We believe that life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness includes basic things like freedom to be who we are and love who we love and make the decisions about our own body. We believe that includes basic things like fair compensation for our work, safe and well-funded schools where our children are free to learn and pursue their dreams. That it includes access to health care that doesn't break the bank, nutritious food, clean water, and the freedom to retire in dignity and security. I hope we remember that we're on the same team, because at this present moment in Indiana, the stakes are incredibly high, as Senator Yoder alluded to a minute ago. For the last 20 years in Indiana, a supermajority, a partisan supermajority beholden to culture warriors and greedy corporate interests have rigged the system to their benefit in our detriment. They've chipped away at our rights and our freedoms. They've funneled away our resources into their own coffers, and they've done so by stirring up division and scapegoating people of color, immigrants, women, and our LGBTQ siblings.
So true.
It's depressing. But that's not the end of the story. Because the good news is that we have a chance this November, right here in Monroe County, to say we're not going to take it. By the numbers, House District 62 is the most flippable seat in the State House.
Yeah.
That means it's our opportunity to rally together and demand that our state government work for all of us. It's our chance to say together with one voice that we and our children and our grandchildren deserve better, and we're going to not accept anything less. And here's the reality. If we turn out, we win.
All right.
If we turn out, we will win. That is the simple reality for this race. If we turn out, we will win. And a victory here is not just a victory for Democrats, but for women and children and people of color and our LGBTQ neighbors, for working people and retired people. A victory here is a victory for all of us. Because it's one step closer to creating an Indiana that we and our children and our grandchildren are proud to call home. And all we have to do is turn out. Because if we turn out,
We win!
thank you and good night.
We are still waiting on results, not in yet for the county stuff. But we do have some of our county nominees. We do have 4 offices that we have nominees for. And before I get into that, I don't know how many people know this or if you've been paying attention to your phones, but we have a Senate nominee for the U.S. Senate. That's Dr. Valerie McCray. AP called it at 7 o'clock. I don't know, we're going to see a lot more Dr. McCray in Monroe County, but oh my gosh, we got to get to work for her. We got to take Jim Banks down. Oh my gosh. All right. So Jennifer McCormick is our governor candidate, as you know. And we're going to see a lot more Jennifer McCormick. All right, I'd like to call up our county nominees. I don't think Jeff Hall's here for coroner, is he? No? All right, we don't have Jeff. I have my judges. I can bring my judges up. Judge Stafford, Judge, where are y'all? All right. I'm right here. Christine, good. And who else? Who else we got? Right there. Foster's not here. Hey, well, let's call the judges then. Lastly, we got our county auditor, Bree Gregory. Bree, where are you? All right, come on up, and then Kathy Smith, come on up. Let's hear from our county folks. Just line up here. All right, Bree, come on up. Bree, you're new. Let's do it. Come on.
We might not want to do that right this second.
Oh wait, we got results?
Oh, wait.
All right, hold on, folks. We got some results. All right, pause game.
Oh my goodness.
Pause game.
Oh my goodness.
Mia's feeling the pressure.
I just don't rush me and I won't mess it up.
We're not rushing.
Thank you. I love you guys.
There are other people who do that, David. Forward it to somebody. Oh, okay.
Give us a second here to get stuff on the board. Now, these will be final results from Clerk Brown too. We got 84 of 84 precincts reported.
These are final?
These are final. Unofficial final, but final for tonight.
Wait, this is the final for tonight?
She says final cumulative results. We got 100% in, all precincts in. Stand by, folks.
Oh, this is exciting. I just went from 0 to 100 real quick. They're about to do the final.
Let me read them out.
It's the final. What they said, I don't know. I'm a little confused.
We'll explain it later.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
In the Commission District 3, we got Penny Givens with 2,940 votes at 33.11%. Jody Madeira at 3,860 votes at 43.47%. And Steve Boland at 2,079 votes at 23.41%. That's Madeira with the win. Commission District 2. That's right. Round of applause for all of them. Commission District 2. Peter Iverson, 4,254 votes at 48.47%. Julie Thomas at 4,523 at 51.53%. That's Thomas. The at-large race. Matt Cowley with 4,315 votes at 20.78%. Trent Deckard at 5,917 at 28.5%. David Henry at 4,528 at 21.81%. And Cheryl Munson at 6,003 votes at 28.91%. Yeah, I still want you all to talk. So without further ado, the judges. All right, and Judge Stafford, you got to talk first now because you said that.
right.
Judge Stafford, everybody.
Thanks, y'all. Hi. I'm Catherine Stafford. I grew up in Bloomington, and I've been a volunteer for the local Democratic Party since 1976 when I was 5 years old. I've been a party treasurer, I've been a precinct vice chair in 2 different precincts, I've helped on about 6 different judicial races and a lot of city and county races. I've helped Ed build walls a couple different times at headquarters, and I'm excited to have served as your judge for the last 5.5 years. Why does party matter when you're looking at judge races? Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that the only counties in Indiana who do not elect their own judges by party affiliation are those counties with a majority African American population. Does that strike anyone else as curious?
Yeah, very much.
It strikes me as actually racist. There was a recent court case where the city of Hammond sued over this, and in the 7th Circuit, the state's response was that Lake County and Hammond County, and Lake County was too diverse for them to elect their judges by party. I will also tell you that party matters because as judges, we have a lot of discretion. And for example, when a young trans person comes into my court and seeks a name and gender marker change, I treat that case differently than a very conservative Republican judge might treat that case. And I will grant it. I will also tell you that party matters because I was able to help with the help of many other local groups create an eviction prevention project where now in Monroe County, if you are getting evicted, you can at least talk to an attorney for 10 to 15 minutes and then mediate with your landlord rather than just getting evicted. It matters because I can also have eviction sealing clinics to help clear your record of those evictions so that they don't appear anymore in the county database of cases if you're trying to rent a new home. I will also tell you that it matters how seriously I can take domestic violence and intimate partner violence when I craft a custody and parenting time exchange order. Last, because I'm going to be very fast because I was unopposed in the primary, so I want to take up your valuable time, I want to cordially invite you to come to court. You are welcome to come to court. The only cases that are private will be marked with a big magnet on the window, and those are typically adoptions, child in need of services cases, and a very few other kinds of cases when we're dealing with particular confidential information like mental health care of the people involved. I welcome you to come into court and watch and share your thoughts. Court is better, as everything else is, when it's transparent and when people are keeping an eye on it. So come on in. Changing numbers again.
I'm sorry. Okay,
No, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay, you're done. All right.
Good evening. I am, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, goodness, all right.
I am Christine Talley-Haseman. I am the judge of Monroe Circuit Court 3. I have a completely criminal court docket, and I appreciate your confidence in me 6 years ago, electing me to that seat, and with Catherine and Judge Fawcett, before I forget, is not here tonight. The three of us kind of ran together last time, which was a lot of fun. Judge Fawcett is not able to be here tonight. She did a huge sentencing case yesterday on a very serious case that went all day and went late, and then she just did a murder trial as a special judge in Owen County, and she's just wiped out. So, but she said to tell you, please thank you, and she's sorry she couldn't be here, but she's thinking about everybody that, and appreciates all the candidates and everything you guys have done. So back to me, I appreciate your support, I appreciate all the work that you guys have been doing to keep Democrats in office and keep us, a lot of people in this room can do things that we as judges are not allowed to do politically. And so a lot of times we depend on you to help carry that forward for us, and we appreciate that you do. Appreciate that very much. And other than thank you, I'm not going to take up any more time because there are more people, and then of course people with contested elections. So thank you very much.
She really is a sweetheart, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
She's such a good person. Okay, I'm Kathy Smith. Most of you guys know me because I've been doing this for like 20 years now. And so I've been both treasurer and auditor. I just recently gave up my auditor position, and Bree got caucused in, Bree Gregory got caucused in as the auditor. So I'm treasurer now, and we're running unopposed. So I have a feeling I'm going to win tonight. I hope so anyway. But I wanted to ask you guys something so that you kind of put things in a little perspective of what we actually do. So raise your hand in here if you work. If you work and you make a paycheck of any kind, raise your hand. Okay? Raise your hand if you own property. Okay? Raise your hand if you eat out in Monroe County. All that tax money we collect. So if you work to over $2 of every $100 you make, we collect that. We collect it and we make sure it goes to the right place. When you eat out, you have food and beverage money. We collect that and make sure it gets put in the right places. If you have property taxes, the auditor is a statutory holder of the parcels, but the treasurer collects it, but the auditor actually does the tax rates. It's a little confusing. I honestly did not know how, people didn't really understand what we did until I went to the annexation trial last week. And I saw the confusion on people's voices, or people's faces when the voices were explaining what was going on. And when you're sitting up in the stand and you're looking at everybody, you really get to see their face. And so I was trying to clearly articulate what the auditor does and how it relates to annexation, all the work that went in there, tons and tons of work. And I can tell you, the treasurer's job is actually fun, okay? You meet people, a lot of people from the county, you shake their hands, they pay their taxes, they're happy to see you, they're your neighbors, they're your friends. But when you're the auditor, you have so many different duties. It was really even difficult for me to explain to the judge all the different duties. So I'm very happy tonight because treasury is a lot more fun than being all the major things the auditor does. But we work as a team, and we work as a very, very good team. And the greatest blessing I've had this year, probably in the last couple of years, is getting to work with Bree and getting to see the excellent ethics and the kindness and the the good stewardship that she brings to our county. We have like $160 million in the bank. That's scary being the treasurer. You've got to make sure the other person, that's your partner, is watching it like it's their own personal money. You know, and so I guess what I want to say is being an elected official can be fun, but it can also be very difficult, very time consuming, very overwhelming. And the auditor's office is more like that than the treasurer's office, but you have to work together with everybody, the commissioners, the county council. We're all one big team after the primaries. All the Democrat people work together, we're one team. And that's how I feel like, I honestly feel like people like Charlotte have set a very, very high standard for us to deal with this county. And it's such a pleasure to serve. I mean, the greatest pleasure is really serving the people. And so I thank you for putting up with my crap and just liking me and just helping me when I needed help. And I really, the most thing I'm appreciative of this year is the person who's following behind me, and just so happy to be calling her a partner as well as a co-elected official. Bree?
I'm Bree Gregory, your new auditor, and I'm so excited and grateful to have this opportunity to serve. I've been working with Kathy and for Kathy for quite some time, so taking on the role of auditor is just so exciting, and it feels like things coming back full circle. I just the energy that you all bring, it's been so exciting to get involved and just to learn from you and to feel that energy and what we can do together as a team for the county and for all the people we serve. I love what I do. I'm going to continue to work hard, and I invite you into my office so I can talk to you about any issues, hopefully resolve things, and look forward to continuing to serve for the next 4 years.
Folks, yeah, I guess the mic got dropped.
That's right. Well, he's coming up. I'm just going to say, I had the distinct honor and pleasure of swearing both of these ladies into their new positions this year, and we're really lucky to have them. They're amazing. Thank you.
I appreciate it, Dan. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up tonight. I have some of the candidates here that would like to chat for the commission and the council races. I'd like to maybe start with, where's the county council folks? Trent, Cheryl, where are you? Way back? Oh, wait a minute. We'll wait a minute there. Trent, Cheryl, what? I don't see him, so how about Trent, Cheryl work their way up?
Trent's over there.
Where's Trent?
You just check.
Trent, Cheryl.
Are they in there?
We're going to do this in order. Okay, maybe not.
Are they in that? Nicole?
Cheryl was out here.
Cheryl's out there? Okay.
Is she?
I haven't seen
Well,
Trent.
let me see who's in the room.
Yes,
Maybe we'll start with the commission race room. Steve, would you like to come up and say some words? Steve Bolin, everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, good. First of all, congratulations to Jody Madeira. She ran a great campaign. Let's hear it for Jody. I think she's going to do a great job and bring a much-needed change of perspective to the courthouse. I hope she wins in the fall. I trust she will. If there's one lesson I'm taking from tonight's events, it's that Tip O'Neill's famous aphorism is dead. All politics is local no longer. I ran a purely local campaign based on local arguments. Many people are now voting on national issues, even in local races. Anyway, candidates advance the conversation, change the public agenda. I was the first person to declare for this seat. I didn't take money from any special interests. I'm proud to have stood up and called for a different approach to county government. I got to put some issues on the agenda. We still need more housing. We still need a new jail. I still think it needs to be built downtown. We still need better relationships from the courthouse. But we are living in a time when fascism is on the rise. We have to be able to disagree with each other and still hold common values. It's the essence of democracy, and despite our differences, we are all here still Democrats. Thanks to all this here for Democrats. Let's hear for the Democratic Party. I want to thank all the people who donated to my campaign. Special thanks to the Stonewall Democrats, Although there wasn't as much last year coming to this campaign, it was almost entirely unsolicited. These are people who believed in me and the message that we are one county, not mutually exclusive jurisdictions. And I also want to thank Vic Kelson. 2 weeks ago, he gave me a pep talk that buoyed me through the hardest part of the campaign. He said, enjoy campaigning. It's nourishing. He said, do the things that you can do that are under your control. He said, you get to have fun doing this. He said, be grateful for the chance to be a candidate. He was right on all counts. I did have fun. I am grateful to have had the chance to stand up and represent you. But everyone who runs deserves a genuine expression of gratitude for putting themselves forward. I don't care who they were or how much you or I disagreed with them. Besides the low pay and lack of appreciation, even if they win, the pay is even lower and the appreciation scarcer. I want to thank Penny Githens for running. I also want to praise Matt Caldy for doing the same in his county council campaign. Let's hear from both of them. This campaign knocked 1,300 plus doors, texted thousands, ran thousands more ads on social media. We answered every questionnaire we possibly could, attended every forum. I want to thank the people who helped this campaign the most: Melanie Davis for video production and moral support, Adrian Evans Fernandez, who provided moral support and did things when they needed to get done, Damian Arambula, who managed my social media expertly, Connor Wright, who managed my GeoTV effort and cut excellent walk lists and has a keen eye for detail, Kristen Self for managing the campaign and me so well, and last but definitely not least, Kelly Kuglich, who's been by my side at least virtually in the last couple of days physically. I also want to thank all of them for joining me at some point and going door to door. Without their moral support, I would have shrunk from the task. I'm going to be fine. The good news for me is I get to do all the other things I wanted to do but never had time to do in office. But I'm not leaving the public conversation. In fact, after a few days of extra sleep, I'll be producing the next season of the 812 podcast, starting again next Monday. Guests next week include former Housing and Neighborhood Development Department Director John Zodi, current City Controller Jessica McClellan, and Indiana's own Dana Black. Download it at the812show.org or wherever you get your podcasts. Lastly, I just want to say one more time, just thank my significant other, Kelly Kuglich. She's been by my side the past 2 years. Through all the ups and downs, I'm so grateful for her presence in my life. Thank you all again for the opportunity to serve the community. I am proud to be a Monroe County Democrat. Thank you.
Steve Olin, everybody. Penny Githens, our current commissioner, please come up. Penny?
Well, it's nice to be with Dems. It's nice to be with friends. And I came here tonight to say one thing, and that is thank you. Just thank you. I've had a tremendous, tremendous time. I served with wonderful people. I've been supported by wonderful people throughout all this. But I get to retire. Are you jealous? And I hope my husband will continue to cook for me. Because he has been my biggest supporter throughout all this. So thank you everyone who's here tonight. Thank you to those that aren't here but are watching virtually. I've had a good run and I've enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so in the Commission 3 race, we have a contested election in the fall, and we got to circle the wagons, we got to walk it off. We're gonna have to get to work for Jody Madeira because there's a Republican on the hunt, and we have no idea what the turnout's gonna be with Mike Braun on the ballot here. But we have Jody Madeira to circle the wagons. I hate that, to support as we go into the fall. Okay. So with that, here's our nominee for our Commission District 3, Jody Madeira. Come on up.
I have to lower this 6 feet or so after.
Sorry.
Well, hello Monroe County. Thank you so much.
I'm very excited and grateful to all of you who worked with me, who walked with me, and talked with me for giving me this honor tonight. I'm so grateful that you've trusted me enough to be one of those 3 public servants called county commissioners that guide our community. This is not my victory. It's a testament to the collective vision that we share for the future of our county. From the outset of this campaign, I made a commitment to serve as a voice for all residents, to celebrate collaboration, and to champion the values of integrity, inclusivity, and progress. Today, I renew that pledge with even stronger fervor and determination. Our county faces so many challenges. We've got infrastructure needs, economic revitalization demands, healthcare access obstacles, and educational disparities. But in these challenges lie the seeds of growth, innovation, and unity. I will work tirelessly to foster collaboration among diverse parties, to prioritize the needs of all community residents, and to implement policies that foster equitable prosperity for all. Together we will build a county where every voice is heard, where every individual can thrive, and where our collective future is so bright. In the days and weeks ahead, I will reach out to you to get your perspectives on how we should shape the course of our county's journey. It's time to bridge divides. It's time to cultivate understanding. And most importantly, it's time to forge a path forward that honors our past while embracing the promises of tomorrow. I'm confident that, with your help, your continued support, and your partnership, we can create a community and a culture that we can all be proud to call home. And the time to do so is now, just when political weather vanes suggest that we're in for a rough time, as today's tornado warning shows. We're living, in other words, through crazy. Thank you again for entrusting me with this tremendous responsibility. I'm humbled and honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. I'm not sure if we've got our County Commission District 2 here yet. Is Julie, Peter's here. Is Julie in the back? Is Julie Thomas arrived?
No.
No, negative. All right. Peter, before I bring you up, if you don't mind, I want to bring up our county council folks. Trent, Cheryl, I think we eventually got up here. Where's Trent? Trent, Cheryl, come on up.
Someone hold my beer.
Cheryl, that's no way to brag about your results.
Cheryl, what's in?
Cheryl. Grab her, right? I want to start by saying, I'll just start off because I talk all night and I don't want to talk anymore. I first want to just thank some people in this room, and it's really important because we are, I heard it once already, we are all Democrats. This is our family, and we need to celebrate our family. First, I want to thank Matt Colley. Matt, thank you for running. I'm telling when I was your age stories, but I'm going to say when I was your age story. I had no idea about how to run for office, and I want to thank you for stepping up. You did the thing that people do that step into this arena. You know what victory and defeat's going to taste like. You didn't sit on the sidelines. You're not on social media talking about it. You got in the arena. We are going to see you again. You need to be proud of every one of those votes. I hope we get you more involved. I want to thank you for running. I'll pass the mic down. Being party chair is really interesting because you get to be the coach and the bridesmaid to a lot of weddings. And being the bride was their first meeting. It's my first election I've ever been in. I have a lot of people to thank, and I want to give away a lot of thanks and grace before I tear up a little bit. There's some people that are never going to be in this room. They're my family. They're private people. My wife is the introvert in the family, and she wants nothing to do with spaces like this. But Fiona and my kids, Callum and Lachlan and Alistair, thank you for putting up with 4 months of this and 4 years of being party chair. I'm sure there's a Disney vacation in it for you somewhere, so thanks. I want to thank this party, and I want to thank our leadership that's carried the water as we tried to thread a needle here. It is very rare that a chair seeks out office in this community. I want to thank this community for its trust and its vote to get stuff done and to follow in the footsteps of Jeff McKinn. Jeff, are you still here? No, he's left. Jeff put in 16 years on county council. That's wisdom we're going to lose for a while. I can only hope to succeed, and I want to just thank Jeff. I thank my supporters. I want to thank my team. Part of being in this role is to recruit and get good kids involved in campaign work. Today's door knockers are tomorrow's campaign managers and the future candidates of our party. Daniel Jenkins, where are you, Daniel? Thank you, Daniel, my campaign manager. Thanks, Shayla George, as well, for doing social media and fixing all that. Susan Hingley, my treasurer, and people that really supported me from the front end, from Shelley Yoder to Vi Simpson to John Fernandez and Mark Cruzan. Thank you for getting me off the bench and into the race. I have very little more to say. We have a lot of work to prepare for. We got to get stuff done in this county. We got to get shovels in the ground. We got to get choices for jobs and housing in this community. And I look forward to getting in the fight with my future members and partners on county council. Thank you for your trust. Thank you very much, everybody. Cheryl.
Cheryl.
That's my council mom.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm not going to chair, and I will not talk as long as David can. But I will say sincerest thanks to all the people who have helped me, and there are many of you. Of course, my husband, Patrick Munson, is first. And he's the one who helped me believe that I should run for another term on the council. And I could have just stayed home because 12 years is a good run. It's not as big as Jeff McKim, but it's a good run. And he said, what are you going to do for the next 4 years if you're not on the council? And what he was really saying is, I don't think I want you home managing me. Big thanks to all my supporters. I couldn't have done this without you. And I want to just tell you what I'm going to do for another 4 years. I'm going to do just what I said I was going to do. This is what I promised. I'm going to focus on getting us the best jail that meets our needs, that we can also afford to have and operate. You all don't know, but that is a tough road to figure this out. And of course, I've been promoting the expanded convention center since, I think it was 2016. Oh my gosh. I'm going to survive this convention center expansion. And we're going to get it done. The council does have important property, like the existing convention center that's going to be a major part of it. And we have the surrounding property that is essential. There's another element, and that is our changing climate. And I will do what I can to help Monroe County focus on what it can do responsibly and with an eye toward the future. We have to do better. And thank you all for your support. And now I want to pass this to the tall guy standing next to me.
Democrats, it is my honor to accept your nomination with these two candidates and to move on towards the fall. We got a lot of work to do, and we're going to do a lot of work. Last night, I spent the final night of this campaign doing exactly what I wanted to do. I picked up Lucy from Summit Elementary. We got in the car and we literally drove to every polling place in this county. We went to every township, much to her, she didn't like as much as I. And we placed the signs and we talked about this community and we talked about the people of this community and we told funny stories and listened to Taylor Swift and we had a lot of laughs. We picked Mom up at Highland Elementary, we ate a pizza in the car, and we did what I think this campaign is really about. And that's being among the people of this community, figuring out the problems that they have and problem solving those minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. Literally when this race was called, I was out there talking with the mayor and Jeff McKim about some things, and I was doing that stuff yesterday, and I'll be doing that stuff in the morning, and we'll be doing it all throughout. We need problem solvers in government. That people can do things in government, because there's a lot of people that don't think that that can be done. And we need to show that that doing takes care of people, not harms people. And that's my commitment to it. When I put our friend on that sign, there's a lot of snickers. But I want people to understand that this is their home and their community. My family has been in this community a long time. I want everyone to have that feeling I have at 11 o'clock at night as I'm driving to Dragoon polling place. Those 20, 25, Dave Askins will tell us how many voters there were there, so that they know there's a friend there for them. And so we've got a lot to do. The headaches are numerous. Charlotte and I talk about this quite a bit, but we never got anywhere not addressing our headaches. And so we will do that. We're going to move towards the fall. We're going to offer the best, and it is a privilege and honor to be with you. By the way, I'll say this. We didn't get to do this 4 years ago. We got through a tough pandemic in this community by being smart, following the science, and figuring things out. We can do the tough stuff because we have. So thank you so much for all.
Okay, we'll wrap up with the commissioners' races. Is Julie Thomas in yet or no? What's that? Yeah, I see him. Hi. Just checking out. All right, Peter Iverson, please come on up, Peter.
All right, so I know I've been getting a lot of hugs and everything, but the smile on my face is genuine. We worked really hard to put forward issues that Monroe County residents care about. Those issues aren't going away tomorrow. Those issues aren't going away today. We're still going to work on those issues because over and over and over again, your neighbors told us they could not afford a home and their property taxes were just too high because of inventory issues. We heard over and over again, we have to do something about the climate. We heard over and over again, we have to do something about economic development. These issues aren't going away, and with the way that the votes came down, I think there's a lot of room for me to continue my work in the county council to make sure that that's going forward. There are some people in the room that worked their butts off. We knocked a lot of doors. We sent a lot of mailers. We did a lot of work. Where's Josh? Hey Josh, I can hear you. Can you come in?
Josh.
Josh.
Josh Montaigne.
Peter's looking for Josh. He says he can hear you.
He says he can hear you. You're mistaken, Peter. Keep going.
All right. Josh isn't here. Josh is a really, really great campaigner. He's a really great door knocker, and he is now currently working on Tim Peck's campaign for Congress. So this is Josh. So all the energy that was put in my campaign, go put into the campaign for Congress.
Yes.
Daniel, can you come in? Daniel also knocked a ton of doors. He's just an amazing person. He's really amazing people. And Daniel is on the Horax team. So all the energy that you put into my campaign, put it in the Horax team.
That's
okay?
nice to me.
Well, all right. So, folks, my point remains. All the energy that we did door knocking is not going to stop it. It's going to continue on into these two campaigns, Tim Peck and Tom Horrocks. Thank you very much.
All right, folks, not sure if Julie's driving in from northern Monroe County. It's possible. I mean, she lives way out there in Russell Road. But in any case, as we're waiting, if Julie comes in, that is a lot of the work here tonight. Folks, if you don't eat and drink all the stuff we brought in, that Efrat brought in and Chef Lee gave to us, so a round of applause for Efrat and Chef Lee and all that. I can't eat it all. I really can't. So I would say mingle a little bit. Bar's still open. Say hi to some folks. We're going to wait to see if Julie shows up. But otherwise, here's some stuff you need to know about. May 22nd, so Wednesday, we're having a Roosevelt reception, our spring reception. We got to bring down and get to work for people like Dr. McRae and Jennifer McCormick. We're going to bring some of those folks down. Who's a state delegate in the room for the convention? We got some state delegates? Okay, if your hand's not up in the air, we need some state delegates. So I need to send some folks up to State House on July 13th. We have a contested AG race. Beth White and Destiny Wells are going to be your best friends if you're a delegate for the next few weeks, trying to get your vote. So if we need some delegates to go up to State House, come talk to me about that. So that's important too. So May 22nd, become a delegate. And then we got Harrisburg, we got the parade, we got 4th of July parade, we got the fair, other stuff coming up. Now's the time to start getting involved again with the party. It is a presidential year. Because I want to say something tonight that's been on my mind for a week or so, and this is really important for our community. We had an okay turnout, I guess, relative to the rest of the state. But here's a serious thing we got to talk about. If you're not happy about what's happening at our alma mater on Dunn Meadow, if you're not happy about the state of things in our state, if you're not happy about a Mike Braun appointing the next IU Board of Trustees, we have to get to work for our whole community, okay? And that means it's more than just voting for Jennifer McCormick for governor and Valerie McCray for Senate. We're going to have to get off the bench. We're going to have to get to work for these campaigns. Because if you don't like what's going on, it's a pretty simple equation. You don't need to take finite math to figure it out. You get a new board of trustees when you get a new governor. That is the bottom line. If you want to see change in our backyard in IU Bloomington, we got to get this done. So I need you to get to work for McCormick. I need you to get to work for our party. So take a lap, take a break. But the party's coming for you in May and June. We're going to train up and we're going to get the job done. And we're going to see a blue governor in my lifetime again in the state of Indiana. Don't eat the food and drink until Julie gets here. Thanks.
You got two. Yeah, one from this guy. I'm good. How was you? Of course you have.
I'll never give up. Oh, it's such a great place. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. You know, sometimes I wonder about, what if I sit back there and have to give up the money?
Happy belated birthday.
Tear down some stuff short. If you want to, you can. I would.
Sorry about the fun, Jody.
Down the line.
Yeah.
Just check the box. We can do that. So let's work together. It's good seeing you. Folks, again, hear my voice. Julie has a stomach bug. That's the show. We'll catch up with Julie another time, but that's the end of the show tonight in terms of speeches. Finish up, drink up, eat up. Thanks so much, everybody.